Good morning, students. This is the fourth video of your chapter Definition of Economics, and today we are going to do the growth oriented definition by Paul A. Samuelson. Let's just see what topics we have done till now. We have done the wealth definition given by Adam Smith. He said that wealth is most important. Wealth was the center of his definition, and we got to know about economic man who is aware of his self-interest. We know now about the welfare definition given by Alfred Marshall. He said that human welfare is more important and human welfare should be the main motive of economics. We also studied the scarcity definition given by Robbins that said that all resources are scarce in nature and there are unlimited wants and we have to make a choice. Growth oriented definition we are going to study today has the features of all these definitions. Growth oriented definition is a very comprehensive definition that has the features of all the three definitions. Paul A. Samuelson. He is Paul A. Samuelson, the economist who gave the best definition. Okay, whenever in your syllabus question it is asked which is the best definition among the four, the answer is growth oriented because it has incorporated the features of all the definitions: wealth, welfare, and scarcity. Growth oriented definition. Whenever we study a definition, we write it as it is. Inverted comma, it means it is to be written as it is. We cannot change any word. So economics is the study of how people and society choose, with or without the use of resources, how to employ the various alternative uses for consumption and for production. Okay, so what is economics all about? Economics is all about how the alternative uses are there and how the scarce resources are to be put to the alternative uses. We are quoting the scarcity definition here: unlimited wants, scarce resources, and there is the problem of choice. But here there was one problem with the scarcity definition. It only talked about the present. Here it is them for consumption now or in the future. So this definition says that yes, scarcity is there, and it talks also about the future, that in future also we will have the problem of choice. In future also there will be unlimited wants, and we will have to put the scarce resources to the alternative uses in present also and in future also. The features of growth oriented definition are emphasis on economic problems, long-term perspective, dynamic approach, universal problem, and comprehensive. As I told you earlier also, this definition is comprehensive because it has features of all the above definition. It has the welfare feature, it has the scarcity definition. The scarcity definition given by Robbins is actually the best definition, but Paul A. Samuelson's growth definition has added the concept of future, and now growth oriented definition is the best definition. Robbins definition gave the scarcity concept, and growth oriented definition said that yes, scarcity is there, but not just in present but also in future. Now we'll be discussing the features of growth oriented definition in detail. The first one is emphasis on economic problem. Samuelson also emphasizes the problem of choice like Robbins. I told you the scarcity definition is the same. The concept of unlimited wants, limited resources, alternative uses, and the problem of choice is there in the growth oriented definition as well. Second point is long-term perspective. The problem of scarcity is not just for present but also for future. Wants increase over time and the resources increase too. The problem of scarcity is not just the present, but it is for the future as well. Paul Samuelson said that scarcity is not just today, but it is tomorrow also, in the future also. When the wants are also increasing, resources are increasing, and there will be problem of scarcity. Dynamic approach. The next point is dynamic approach. Samuelson has adopted a dynamic approach to study of economics by taking economic growth as an integral part of economics. You remember in Robbins' definition we discussed the scarcity definition that we did in the last class. They said that the definition was static. I told you the difference between static and dynamic. Robbins or the scarcity definition was static in nature because it did not consider the future and the concept of economic growth. And Samuelson's definition is changing in the present area. It is dynamic. Why is it dynamic? Because it is taking economic growth as an integral part of economics. Economic growth means increase of resources over time period. So in future we are going to have different kind of problems. So economics is all about having a dynamic approach. When the resources change, the economics will also change. Universal problem is the next point. We very well know that scarcity is the problem of resource allocation. We studied about the resource allocation, the unlimited want, limited resources, the problem of choice. This is called the resource allocation. Now the problem of resource allocation is universal in nature. What do we mean by the term universal? Universal means something that is applicable all over the world. Okay. For example, the chemical composition of water is H2O. It's H2O in India also and it is H2O abroad also. What we study in science is universal all over the world. Okay. The science we study is universal all over the world, and economics growth oriented definition is also universal. It applies to all the countries. It applies to barter economy as well as money exchange economy. What is a barter economy? In a barter economy, for buying some good, you exchange some other goods. For example, if you want to buy clothes and you have shoes, so you will have to give up the shoes to buy that clothes. In money exchange economy, if you want to buy clothes, you can simply give the money and buy the clothes. But in case of barter system, suppose you have shoes and you want to buy clothes, so you will give up the shoes and then you will get the cloth. The last concept or the last feature is comprehensive. I have spoken a lot about it. The definition is growth oriented as well as future oriented. It has incorporated Marshall's welfare and Robbins' scarcity, and plus they have talked about future. So this is a very comprehensive or a very large definition. Comprehensive means something that has incorporated all the concepts. Okay, comprehensive means which has covered all the areas. Thank you, students.